Chad, I've got bad news. Did you know the Republican Party is racist? I know. Not the newest take. Though things have gotten kind of crazy. The Republicans, spearheaded by J.D. Vance, it seems, are essentially trying to instigate a pogrom against Haitian immigrants and migrants. Kind of a bold claim to open with, but that's more or less what's happening. In the city of, Springfield, Ohio, yeah, I know, there is a significant population of Haitian migrants who have arrived, much to the benefit of the city, as we're going to find out. The city was dying. I mean, it's Ohio, right? It's the Rust Belt. It's not doing great. And their presence has been a boon to the city. But Haitians are black, which is a big problem for Republicans. So there have been baseless slurs thrown around, attacks on Haitian migrants, claiming that they have been stealing people's cats and eating them. Now, first of all, if you have an outdoor cat, you deserve to have it eaten. Keep your cats indoors, dumbasses. Second of all, it ain't happening. But this kind of rumor milling, the idea that backwards immigrants are stealing your pets and eating them, it's basically just a watered-down version of blood libel, you know? The kind of insane, unsubstantiated, racialized nonsense that you would throw at a minority group to justify a pogrom. And it's been going off. I mean, like, really off. I think J.D. Vance has explicitly said, like, hey, it doesn't really matter whether or not the story is true. We're just going to keep saying it, you know? Like, keep up with the cat memes, fellow patriots. I think that's a quote. In short, keep up with the cat memes, fellow patriots. Here we go. In the last several weeks, my office has received many inquiries from actual residents of Springfield who have said their neighbors' pets or local wildlife were abducted by Haitian migrants. It's possible, of course, that all these rumors will turn out to be false. Yeah, that's totally possible. When you stir up, like you attempt to stir up a pogrom, all of a sudden every racist dipshit from Bumpkinsville, USA sees, like, Mexican drug cartel militants in their backyard, you know? You know what's confirmed? That a child was murdered by a Haitian migrant who had no right to be here. As I understand, it was a legal migrant, and the murder in question was a car accident, which is not legally murder. Car accidents are like the most American way of killing someone. If anything, this is integration. Don't forget Ted Cruz's tweet. Yeah, this kind of thing, you know? I know stuff like this comes across even more as, like, the kind of stupid, meaningless shitposting with a racial bias that we've come to expect, but I need you, and I'm really sorry for doing this, but I need you to, like, understand that this is literally what they did with Jews. We've received word from this village in the outskirts, like 100 miles north of Berlin, that, local pets have disappeared and people are blaming the Jewish family. Like, it's literally like one-to-one. This is how you stir up pogroms. It's not just like a broad policy discussion on immigration. It's a directed, like, we are amplifying completely fake rumors in an effort to make you personally terrified of your black neighbor. I mean, this is also the kind of thing that led to the Rwandan genocide, you know? Neighbor on neighbor. There are so many links. Yeah, Rep. Jim Jordan. When President Trump was in office, the border was secure. Illegal aliens weren't eating your pets. In short, don't let the crybabies in the media dissuade you, fellow patriots. Keep the cat memes flowing. First of all, extremely soy. Keep the cat memes flowing. Soy. Very Reddit. The soy right, one might say. But this is like incitement to pogrom, you know? They saw the race riots that happened in Britain, and they were like, yeah, we want some of that. You know? We want some of that. Is this why Trump cat memes are rampant? Yes. A story was made up about Haitian migrants eating pet cats, and now they are all in on this. Yeah, they're trying to win back the cat lady demographic. That's true. They blamed Asians for a virus they don't think is really dangerous. Yeah, it is like that to an extent, though I would argue this is a lot more malicious because even though there was a lot of widespread racism against Asian Americans and Chinese Americans specifically, the broad claim has always been like, it was originated in China, like the Wuhan virus, they sent it over, whatever. That's kind of like the vibe. In this case, we literally have the vice presidential candidate spearheading like specific racialized claims about a racial and ethnic demographic. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a lot more directed, though, we could be splitting hairs on how, 99% Hitler versus 100% Hitler. It's pretty crazy. Here.
Today, the small city of Springfield, Ohio, found itself at the center of a fraught election year issue, immigration.
Do you think Vance is more racist than Trump? Yeah. Trump is like old school 1950s, get the Jews doing my accounting work and get the Mexicans doing the cleaning work kind of guy, JD Vance is probably a neo-Nazi. Like, he's almost certainly a 4chan neo-Nazi. This is Springfield, Ohio, by the way. The claim is that Springfield, Ohio is being devastated by the wave of, I think, about 20,000 Haitian migrants that have arrived there, which admittedly is a large number. Take a look at the Springfield, Ohio they're destroying. These are population numbers. Jesus Christ. Look at that. That's the town we're talking about here. Now, I know we've got a thriving local culture that we really want to protect from, third world. Yeah, they say Haiti is a shithole country. Fellas, welcome to Springfield, Ohio.
Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance claims that Haitian migrants in Springfield are, quote, draining social services and causing chaos. He's also repeated a baseless rumor, already debunked by city officials, about pets being abducted and eaten, a story amplified by right-wing media and Elon Musk online.
I really cannot emphasize enough how much this is exactly like, can we get like a pogrom and 52 like Moors hanged in like 15th century France or something? You know what I mean? It's so old school incitement to racial hatred. It goes beyond any of the like broader policy stuff or any of the like, some of them may be good, I imagine. Donald Trump's rhetoric back in 2016 was progressive compared to the shit he's saying these days.
For the last 4 years, Springfield has seen its small population grow by over 20%, driven almost entirely by immigrants. William Brangham recently went to Springfield to understand how the city is coping.
The sounds of Haitian Creole carrying across soccer fields, in grocery stores, in restaurants, dishing up the popular Haitian street food pâté côté. It's striking.
Can't believe they're displacing what I imagine was an incredibly robust and delicious Springfield, Ohio, like culinary culture. I bet they were eating like kings before all of this Haitian street food came in. Creole food? No one's gonna like that. That'll never catch on.
Hearing all this in the heartland of the United States, Springfield, Ohio. Springfield's a small blue-collar city with a familiar story. Much of the factory work left decades ago, and the residents followed. A community of more than 80,000 emptied out to less than 60. That is, until the last few years.
Our churches, we see new people.
In the pews.
Yes, absolutely.
Must be nice.
Wes Babian was the pastor at First Baptist Church for almost 20 years.
For years, we've lost people, but you hope somebody else will come and take their place. That hasn't happened here.
Until now.
Because there are folks from Haiti who are coming to church.
Lucas Merzus, who, among his many other jobs, mans the soundboard for Sunday services, is one of those new Haitian members.
Why Springfield?
Of all places. Merzus, with his wife and daughter, were among the first Haitian families to arrive here in 2018.
I got a decent job when I was
I think the Haitians are more Christian than the white people. That is objectively true.
Haiti, and then to make a difficult decision to leave, it wasn't easy.
The reason they left is their home country is disintegrating.
Yeah.
Protests and increasing violence in the Caribbean nation culminated in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021. Since then, the country spiraled. Armed gangs currently control 80% of the capital,
It's not good,
Port-au-Prince.
folks.
Merzus is one of the estimated 731,000 Haitian immigrants.
You know
now
God exists and that he's an authoritarian because Haiti was the first country to really truly free itself, and they've never stopped taking shit for it.
living in the United States.
I got my brothers and sisters. My mother is still living there. I'm always thinking about my family in Haiti.
Because of that violence, the U.S. granted what's called temporary protected status to Haitians in the U.S., giving them limited time permission to live and work here. TPS was then expanded by the Biden administration. Merzus says he came to Springfield for the same reason most Haitians did. He heard that housing was cheap and jobs were plentiful.
It started slowly. We had an application pool that was a little bit different.
People coming to work here.
People looking for jobs. What he's welding here again are welded axle components.
Jamie McGregor is the CEO of McGregor Metal, which makes welded parts for the auto and farm industries. Right now, about 10% of his workforce is Haitian, over 30 employees.
I wish I had 30 more. Our Haitian associates come to work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. They'll achieve their numbers. They are here to work. And so in general, that's a stark difference from what we're used to in our community.
McGregor acknowledges the sudden arrival of so many new immigrants is a challenge on multiple fronts.
Guarantee you most of the population of this town that is white are strung the fuck out on fent or meth or whatever, you know? 100%. They took our gerbs. Well, that to me sounds like an actual skill issue, you know? It's like, oh, undocumented immigrants are taking our agriculture job. Oh, you mean the ones that they pay $5 an hour under the table, maybe, and you sleep in a shack with 6 other people in, like, bunk beds? That one? You want to drive out there? You live in Los Angeles. Yeah, you could make it there, 2 days drive. You want to go work there?
Fronts. But he believes this is partly how the industrial Midwest can regrow.
We want more jobs in our community. And in order to fill those jobs, some jobs need to be people who are not originally from here.
There's things in the last 5 years that have really changed and has been a forward improvement for Springfield. But this is taxing the resources of the city. Well, afterwards.
Springfield's mayor, Rob Rue, says he was cautiously optimistic when the first Haitians settled in town. But then their numbers quickly rose. The city estimates 12 to 15,000 Haitians are here now.
The infrastructure of the city, our safety forces, our hospitals, our schools. Springfield is a close community and has a big heart, but at the same point.
So this just means like it's racist. That's what I'm deciphering the Midwestern speak. A close community with a big heart. Gotcha. So like sundown town. Okay, I know. I can perceive this.
We've had this influx that has taxed all these services.
What do you mean? How does that? If they're contributing to the economy, how are they taxing the service? Also, I'd be willing to bet that the average Haitian coming in, who's like probably a young man on average, is taxing their health services a load less than the average resident of Springfield who's white, who's probably an obese 56-year-old drug-addicted rapist. That'd just be a guess of mine, you know? Like, I'd be willing to bet they're probably taxing the health services quite a bit less. I mean, if they're taking the job, they're producing more economically. Me when the immigrants, work and contribute to the economy, yay. Me when the immigrants use the services that are there to be used, eh. You mean fat, diabetic, unemployed is bad? Well, it's not easy on city services, I'll tell you that much.
The number of students needing English language help has quadrupled in 5 years.
Cool.
Translators at the local health center cost...
Real white supremacists be like, more people learning English? Excellent. True white supremacists would look at that and go, our influence grows.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And last year was the busiest year on record for the fire department. But it seemed that for the community at large, the increase in immigration and its stresses largely flew under the radar. A lot of that changed last August.
ESL resources being stretched, this is kind of bad, though. Then make more of them so you're not stretching them.
It was the very first day of school, and a school bus full of kids was coming down this road. A driver coming in the other direction came around that bend, said he was blinded by the sun. He clipped the bus, and the bus ended up in this ditch.
And we begin with breaking news right now. Multiple.
This was the one Haitian migrant who killed the kid in the car accident. And then the right wing right now is talking about it like it was a direct murder. They don't say car accident or killed in a car accident. They say murdered because they want you to imagine that that a Haitian guy screamed like, ooga booga whitey, and stabbed a white kid to death or something. That's what they want you to think happened.
Law enforcement agencies are on the scene of a deadly school bus crash.
Dozens of children were injured, and 11-year-old Aiden Clark died. When the driver was revealed to be a Haitian immigrant without a U.S. license, things erupted.
The majority of the Haitians here are low-skilled and they're illiterate.
I'm really sorry, lady, and I really hate to bust out the phrenology, the immortal science of Marxist-Leninist phrenology. You look illiterate to me and low-skilled. I'm really sorry. But I'm not. You do not look like you're as economically productive as the average Haitian migrant. I don't want to say anything more, but you can probably infer from how I'm reserving myself here that you know what I want to say.
I want to know who's busing them in, who's responsible for that, and who can stop them from coming.
Just casual, like, white ethno-state talk. Bussing them in? Show me your college degree. Huck performance fishing man.
Our concerns don't have anything to do with racism. They have to do with lack of affordable housing.
For the past
lack of affordable housing in Springfield, Ohio, where the population has decreased by 25% over the past few decades. Really?
Few months, Springfield resident and former journalist William Monaghan has been a fixture at City Commission meetings. He helps run a Facebook group that's become a clearinghouse for locals' concerns about the Haitians.
I'm sure they're definitely not racialized at all. It's definitely people having like reasonable, racially unbiased economic concerns about management of city resources.
Where people complain about everything from reckless driving to higher rents.
Do you shop in Springfield? No. Do you drive the streets of Springfield? No.
I'm really, it goes back to like the rural urban thing. But in terms of like productivity to the United States of America, I'm getting like a read on you and it's not good. This is like Klan phrenology.
Do you consider that Springfield is your home? No. Are your kids safe in school? No.
What based on what?
They're talking about, I got kicked out of my house because the rent went way up. My insurance has gone away.
What, you got kicked out of your house because the rent went way up? What is the rent over there? Have you considered working a job?
Yeah, I don't feel safe in the stores anymore. With maybe
like that sounds like a skill issue to me.
A couple exceptions, it's never a race issue. But
except it's never a race issue, except all the people here are white, except for that guy in the bottom right who I'm blocking very conveniently. That's media integrity right here. I could have pretended that this guy down here didn't exist. But even though he was invisible to you, I chose to acknowledge his existence anyway. He looks a lot like you. The guy down in the bottom right, I agree.
Don't feel safe in the stores anymore. With maybe a couple exceptions, it's never a race issue. But they want to make it sound like a racial issue so they can demonize us and ignore our concerns. But these are valid concerns.
I have the same fears.
That guy looks like that guy's not even Klan. That guy's like Jonestown, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Was Far Cry 5?
That you as mom and dads and grandma and grandpas and aunts and uncles have.
I won't say this is a Haitian crisis, this is an immigrant crisis. It's the fact that we have so many people here and we have a culture clash.
It's not a race thing, man. It's a culture clash. Wow. That's crazy. It sure is wild how like America, if weak whites like this had always had their way, America would be a backwater. America didn't get strong until after World War I, arguably World War II. Like our superpower status ratcheted up after the 19th century began. Before that point, we were not special in the way we are today. And a huge part of our meteoric rise came from the industrial sector that we built off the backs of women, Irish, Italians, and black people, If the weak whites that we're listening to here had their way, we wouldn't have even had the industrial base to build our country into the superpower that it was. They'd still be screaming about like cultural differences with Catholics and Irish and immigrant, enclaves in New York City or Brooklyn or whatever. This stuff is really whiny. Yeah, of course it is. Racists are always whiny.
Who says reckless driving is an issue. But there's been no uptick in crime related to the immigrant population. But with so many new arrivals, he says, the city needs help bolstering basic infrastructure.
We say we need help basically for translation services and safety forces. That's what we're looking at. Our hospitals need reinforcement.
In the meantime,
what are you doing with the added revenue that you're getting from the workforce? These refugees aren't coming in with a ton of money, I assume. Like, they have to work to live. They're working jobs. Working jobs means income tax. What are you doing with that money? Yeah, exactly, Thana. Reinforcement like they're under attack. Oh, you mean your hospitals are understaffed? That sounds like a you problem. You're the mayor, dumbass. Approve a budget that funds them better. Direct less of the city budget towards methamphetamine and chewing tobacco, maybe. And you might be able to find the wages for a few extra doctors, okay?
Local nonprofits like St. Vincent de Paul have stepped in. Here, people learn how to apply for jobs and how to navigate the city's computer system.
It's really important that when you file applications with immigration, that
A translator and a local lawyer helped this woman with her visa application.
It's such an easy win. It's crazy how racists love shooting themselves in the dick. You are literally getting, on average, like very work-oriented adults, young adults, the lowest burden to your medical system, the highest ability to work, especially in physical jobs. You're getting like the sweetest possible deal. Do you have any idea how many resources it eats up to have a newborn baby in your city? Like the daycare and the medical stuff, and like there are so many resources that go into a growing like baby, toddler, you know, all the way up until they're able to work, because they're economically worthless. They can't work. And you're getting immigrants coming in who are like, yeah, I'll work 12 hours a day. I just came from Haiti. Anything's better than that.
In a building across town, Vilas Dorsonville runs a support center that helps Haitians integrate into American life. He understands why so many new arrivals into an established community can create conflict.
They have the right to...
No, I reject this framing. It's not creating conflict. It's the whites creating conflict. We haven't heard anything about Haitians creating conflict here. It's white people who are doing these concerned white citizen council meetings and forming Facebook groups where they whine about how everything is less safe now, even though apparently crime isn't up, so they're objectively wrong. The arrival of Haitians aren't creating conflict. White racists are creating conflict.
Express themselves, because we are living in a free speech world, whether it is from the Haitian side who are trying to fight jobs and opportunities, whether it is from the locals who are complaining because too many people are coming here. It's human being. We are expressing ourselves the way we feel.
Yeah, Dirtworm Daydream, literally, they're mad about Haitians in the ER because, like, you know, that space should be reserved for people on their 15th overdose, you know? I can't believe someone's in here getting an appendectomy when I should be in here getting you know, Narcan for my 3rd fentanyl overdose this month. How dare they take up vital city resources?
At the end of the day, we have to fight our way out to live together.
But he says many Haitians would also return home if the violence subsided. Do you hope one day to go back to Haiti?
Yeah, hopefully. I can't wait, hopefully, to go back to Haiti, because I'm dreaming Haiti.
Dreaming Haiti, meaning at night while you're dreaming, you're there.
Yeah, I'm there. So still working, still...
No shit, can you imagine? Like, Haiti is, let's be real here, okay? And I don't mean this in a racialized way, I mean this in a purely socioeconomic way. A shithole, right? It is basically like a perma-war zone, totally lawless. You know, we're basically in like Syria territory or Somalia territory. Like, it's crazy over there, you know? But can you imagine having like a neighborhood and a community with human beings around you, and then you come over here to Springfield, Ohio, and you drive to work, or I guess bike to work if you don't have a license or whatever, and you're just getting mean mugged by all of these 58-year-old goatee spouting diabetic failures? These unmelanated individuals who hate you just for existing? Like, it's crazy, you know? And you wonder why enclaves form. Maybe make people feel more welcome? Hammer your point home. In the 19th century, U.S. Representative Albert Johnson warned that immigrants, including Germans, were not white enough and could not assimilate into American society. Yeah, these people have always been whiners. They've always been the weak ones.
Trying to integrate, and then facing with challenges all the time in the US, but I'm also dreaming of my country.
For now, the residents of Springfield, old and new, will continue writing the latest complicated chapter in the story of immigration in America.
Is this a Haitian? Holy shit, cultural assimilation? The LA Dodgers hat and the Versace t-shirt? Hello? Yeah, you're showing like disheveled, ugly white men like slouching in their fold-out seats, complaining about how they don't feel safe when they go to Kmart, and then you show this guy dripped out of his board just walking down the street. I know who I'm siding with when the damn Springfield, Ohio race war starts. I know who I'm with. It's not, and I know some people might get the wrong idea about all of this, but like you just have to not be racist. Literally, that's like the one prerequisite. The people of Springfield, Ohio are being given a gift. Their dead town has the potential to be resurrected through the hard work of people who are, let's be real here, okay, more driven to succeed than they are. And they're shunning it because they're stupid and racist. That's it. Like that's literally the line, okay? Why do Haitians go to Springfield, Ohio, of all places in the first place? They said in the beginning of the video, lower housing prices. There were already some there. $900 average rent in Springfield, Ohio. That's crazy. And it's not like Springfield, Ohio probably has like a bunch of apartment buildings. That rent is like houses too. Maybe they're just mad their kids moved away. Yeah, why wouldn't kids move away? You know, there's a reason why all the shots we saw of the like angry white people were clearly parents. You know, not a lot of young people. Why would they stay there? Isn't Homer from Springfield? There are like 20 Springfields across the U.S., and Springfield from Simpsons is none of them. That's without many jobs there, too. It's very much a town that depends on a factory for a lot of jobs. Yeah, but like the owner of the factory literally said, yeah, the Haitians show up and they're not strung out on drugs. Can you imagine how bad the working population of Springfield, Ohio must be for him to say that on camera? On camera! Like, not even pandering to the audience he knows he'll get. He's just openly like, yeah, Jesus, literally like everyone up here is strung the fuck out, you know? Not a bad idea, Annie. It's possible. My rent in London is 830 pounds, lol. That's so weird. It's the same as in Bumfuck, Ohio. 830 pounds in London? Do you live in like a shipping container somewhere in like East? Are you like near the Thames and do you wake up to the smell of fish every morning? Where the fuck are you? Jesus Christ. Do you have like a hammock? And that's it? That's what you're paying rent for? He lives in the Thames. They have like a watertight sealed crate. They lower him into the water at like 8 p.m. That's lights out, you know? 830 pounds like 1,000. Yeah, I know, but like still, it's London. Vosh, it's really common with industrial jobs. People joke that everyone laying cement is drunk all the time. It really doesn't surprise me you'd say that. Yeah, but I really, this is like maybe a controversial take for me, so I apologize. But I think that when you're working at a welding factory, you should be sober. I think that would just generally be good for everyone. If only someone had brought this wisdom to the Midwest, could have saved the whole damn Rust Belt. White people considered not showing up 4 hours late mid-overdose. Being brought in a damn wheelbarrow by their friend. Ohio is running a surplus and cutting local government funding. The city's reliant on income tax for 82% of their revenue. That's cool.